Good morning, boys and girls. We're on rounding day 2. Guys, guess what? It's almost exactly the same as yesterday. So if you understood what you were doing yesterday, you're going to understand today. Don't forget to click the link and watch the lesson. Remember, numbers are written in a specific place. They all have their own value based on the place that they're in. While there's only 10 digits altogether, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, those digits can change in value. A 9 in the ones place is just 9. A 9 in the tens place is now 90. So while the digit 9 stayed the same and I didn't do anything to change it, the value of it changes. If I say you earned $90 and I give you 9 $1 bills, you're going to think I've gone crazy. So make sure you know what place value we're in because that's very, very important. All right, let's keep going. Remember how to round. We locate the digit in the correct place value that we're working on. We look to the number to the right of the place value of that digit, and we determine if the digit to the right is 5 or higher. Remember, if it's 4 or less, let it rest. If it's 5 or more, let it soar. This is super simple, guys. Let's keep going. All right, this is the hardest part. Oh, and Ms. Farmer doesn't even have the right color markers. Let's see what we got. I'm supposed to use green. I'm supposed to use yellow. We'll use orange. And I'm supposed to use purple. Right now we'll just use blue because I don't have purple. It says box the digit in the ones place with green. All right, well, let's use this number as my example. I'm going to box the digit in the ones place. The ones place is always the place all the way over here at the end, okay? It always goes like that, ones first. And then it says circle the digit in the tens place with purple. Again, guys, I don't have purple, so don't mind, I'm gonna use blue. I'm really sorry. Circle the digit in the tens place. Well, if this is the number 491, this 9 is in the tens place and it represents 90. And then it says highlight the digit in the hundredths place with yellow. I don't have yellow either. I'm really slacking here apparently. But I do have orange. So I'm going to highlight it with orange. So we have ones, tens, you guessed it, hundreds. I'm going to highlight it with orange. Alright? Not too difficult. Do you see how I did all 3 things here on one number? Because each of these numbers has a ones, tens, and hundreds place value. It's important that I don't see this. Well, this is hundreds, and this is ones, and this is tens. No. In each and every one of these numbers, there's a ones place value, a tens place value, and a hundreds place value. Ones, tens, hundreds. 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 So if you're watching the video, you just got all the answers. Super duper easy. By the way, password is stargazing, in case you were wondering, in case I asked. Super simple. This is what you're doing, not this. This is wrong. Don't do this. Do this. All right? Let's move on to the next slide. We were going to actually round. It says round each number to the nearest 100. So now we're rounding to the nearest 100. Guys, this is the same as when we were rounding to the nearest 10. I don't know if you remember, but we had the number 91. And we were working with 91. And we were like, okay, well now we have to look over here to this number and see if this is 4 or less, we let it rest. 5 or more, we let it soar. And we said, okay, well it's a 1. So it's not more than 5. We're letting it rest. This is about 90. That's what we did yesterday, right? Today your number is 491. I'm going to write it bigger because that's really small to see. 491. Since this is the place value we're working on now, we're working in hundreds instead of tens, it's very important that we look to the number to the right of it. Am I going to go all the way down here to the right, or am I going right next door? Good, I'm going right next door, so I'm looking at this 9 here. And this 9 is going to tell me if I let it soar or if I let it rest. Well, 4 or less, let it rest. 5 or more, let it soar. What am I going to do? I'm going to let it soar, which means my 4 is not going to stay a 4. It's going to soar up and become a 5. So this answer is going to be 500. If you want to see that another way, let's look at a number line real fast. On this side we have 400, we have 500, and right in the middle there's 450 because the 5 is always the middle point, right? We had 491. 491. Guys, I think it's pretty easy to see that it's way closer to 500, which is why it rounds to 500. If somebody was like, okay, you earned $491, I'm just gonna round that to the nearest 100 and pay you, and then they paid you 400, would you be okay with that? No, you're way closer to 500 than you are to 400. You're not gonna be okay with that. All right, so make sure you're rounding the proper ways. Use your number lines if you need to. Make sure you're circling and you're knowing which digit you're looking at. This shouldn't be too difficult, but it will be tricky if you're not paying attention. So watch the lesson. If you have any questions, I'm always on Zoom. You can ask me anything.